Hello, everyone. Give me just a minute to sort all these things out. I'll be right there. Okay. Okay. All right, it does say that. Okay. I want to make sure I had it sorted out so we don't have so much trouble with trolls. You know how that goes. I'm just going to put these on these pages real quick here. Oh, that looks like it's more than one page. Yep, it is. That's okay. This is just some fussy cutting that I did. Okay. That I did already, and I just want to put it away. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Julie. That's why I need to put them away, because they get all tangled up if you don't. So, you're very much welcome, Brittany. Today is Sunday. You got it on Sunday. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Barbara. Yes, you love subscriber mode. Yeah, I remembered this time. I remembered to get it on there, so I just had to go back and double check it though to make sure that it went in there the right way. So, and it did. It works just fine. I'm just putting these on these pages just so that they're put up. It just makes life easier if I get them put away. That's not gonna work. That will work. Okay. How about little one? The little one could go there, right? Oh, let's see if I have. I don't know if I have a little one. There, got several little ones. Okay. Hi, Melody. Joyce. Your comments were not showing up. Okay, well, I'm glad they're showing up now. Like I said, I'm just getting these put away while I'm waiting for folks to come in. We did go to the book sale this morning, and I do have some things to show you, but I'm going to do that after I do my little journal pages. Keyboard is failing, may not chat much. Okay. And some keys type 2 letter. Hi, Pam. I hate technology when it doesn't work. I like technology, don't get me wrong, but when it doesn't work, it is a pain in the keister. These are so pretty. They're so Victorian. I'm going to have to do some stuff just to use them. Hi, Gail. Barbara sent me a message the other day, and I haven't answered her. I didn't ignore it, Barbara. I just have been busy. We are likely to get part of that hurricane that's coming at us. As of right now, we don't know whether we'll just get the west side or whether or not it's going to shift more west. We won't know that for a couple of days. As of right now, it's not really a worrisome thing. It's one of those things you prepare for. And Jeff's been preparing since Thursday. He went and got part of the gas cans filled, and He got gas in the Jeep. However, we've run a fair amount of gas out of the Jeep, so he's going back out today to get gas again. That's one thing that if it hits us hard and the supplies are cut off, that's one of those things that's harder to get. We don't usually need much, but we always make sure we're full. Hi, Lisa. So, Hannah's playing with the puppy, so you can be here. Yay! Lisa can be here. I'm going to put these back in this book. So he is working on all that stuff, and we discussed it. He's out putting water into the tanks. We have I keep bottled water. I don't have to go to the store buy bottled water just because the hurricane's coming in. I always keep a good 4 cases here. We do use them and rotate them, that kind of thing. When we do use bottled water, we don't use it a lot. Just a minute. I think I left. I'll be right back. I think I left my other book on the other table. Yeah, I did. And we have. Hi, Julie. Hi. Just kicked yourself out. Well, Julie, stop doing that. Now listening to them talk. Yeah, we won't. Hi, Sharon. We won't worry or, about it until in a couple of days, because until it decides to pull its path a little tighter, we know where it's going. Right now, they're talking about it going east of us. We'll catch the backside, the west side, which is always the less problems because the wind and everything comes off the land. So we'll get a storm no matter what. It'll just depend on how bad the storm is, depend on where it tracks. So since you live in Florida, you just prepare and get ready for it. And that's the way it works. I have to go out tomorrow and get a few groceries that we could live without if I couldn't get them, but it's not something that I can't go get, so I will. And those kinds of things, my kitchen stove is gas purposely because that way I still can cook in the house if we get a storm. The camper is full of LP, and so we can heat water and that. The tanks will be full of water. We have water in barrels outside that I use for watering, so we can flush the toilet with that. We have drinking water. We have everything we need, and Jeff ran the generators 2 weeks ago, but he's going to run generators again just because, we always do those things. He got gas. We're going to get more gas. He decided that the truck probably needed filled up too, just because we haven't, checked it out lately. So it's all going. It's all getting there. But we will be. I think this is another piece of paper that Sharon sent me. It'll be one of those things that we're working on. We also have. Jeff doesn't have to put up shutters. He doesn't have to do with that, but we have Dad's house we have to check on, and they've already discussed what we're doing over there. Oh, these are cool. These are cigar bands. I'm just looking for in my little stashy here thing. Square press, you put things into the whatever you call it, open back up later is right next to the space bar. the little square you press to put things into the whatever you call it to open back up later is right next. Oh, that's how she got knocked herself off. That must have been what she did. She knocked herself off doing that. Yeah, Sharon, we're pretty well prepared. We stay prepared. When I bought new windows for this house, which was not, a fun thing to do, but it was one thing that needed to be done. I made sure to buy what they call Dade County windows, which means that we don't have to put shutters up. If we're going to get hit head on, Jeff might put the wood on the back door, but likely as not, he won't. Not for this. We'll find out later. But I can already hear he's got one generator running. And he keeps those things prepared. He doesn't leave them. So yes, it happens all the time. It's extremely annoying. Haven't had time to do any art for a while, but trying to do a little fussy cutting. Well, that's what I was putting away. At least it was fussy cutting, but that's because I'm not doing a whole lot. My shoulder has been very bad, guys, and the book sale did not help it any today. I reached for a book like that, and pulled my arm. So, but there's still stuff to be done, and depending upon if the storm looks like it's going to actually come at us, I will cook things ahead of time that I can heat up in a saucepan, just because it makes it easier. So, there's things we'll still do if we find out we're going to get it. But right now, it looks like it's going to go to the east of us, which means we'll get the west side of the storm. The west side of the storm's always easier to handle, as at least in the Gulf. The other places that you live, the west side of the storm might not be the best. But when they come in the Gulf, then that's it. Okay, I have some fun cigar bands. I have this. I picked this up off my table, and I was thinking that it looks cool on this fuzzy stuff. So I hope I said hello to everybody. I kind of like that. I'm not sure that's the page I'm going to use, but this says ghost. Oh, I wonder. No, I don't know. And like I said, we did go this morning and went to the book sale, so I'll show you some things in a little while. Jeffrey brought them all in here so that I could get to them. Spilled water in your keyboard yesterday. Oh no, Barbara. That's not fun. I really like that little thing right there. Hmm. I hate to say this. It almost looks like with a sentiment across the bottom, it would be finished. That is really weird. I haven't decided if it's going to be my page for today or not. If it is, I probably have to do another one, right? I wonder what kind of sentiments I might have. I'll save this one for next month. Do I have anything? Numbers. It's wet still underneath the craft mat. Uh-oh. Yeah, Barbara, I think it's gonna be called done. It just seems like it just finished its little self up all by its little self. It just did that. I'm looking for words. I may have to get out my book because I don't find any words that I really think work for that just yet. Although there's something right here. What is this? It says perfumes are the feelings of flowers, but I don't think that's what I really want. I tell you that they say put things in rice, but at the same time, I don't know what that would do to a keyboard. Okay, where are my words? Are they in here? Are the words in this one? No, I don't think that's words. Oh, look, little scissors. I could have used them on my project yesterday. Let's see here. I'm looking for words, but I'm not finding much for some reason. It's just the way it works today. Okay. All right. This has got to have words in it. It's got words. Every positive value. Okay. Oh, these are maybe these. Let's see. Oh, these might work really well because they're about butterflies. How does one become a butterfly? You have to want to learn to fly so much that you're willing to give up being a caterpillar. That's kind of cool. I embrace emerging experience. I participate in discovery. I am a butterfly. I am not a butterfly collector. I want the experience of the butterfly. Oh, I like that one better. Okay, we'll use that one. Or fan. Hang it up to dry. There we go. I also got injured while I was looking for books today. You wouldn't think that a library book sale would get you injured, but it did. Okay. All right, that's it. Hi, Janice. I'm just going to say blanket hello to everybody because I'm not sure I said hello to everybody. I apologize. I was kind of off in Never Land. Okay, let's see here. Those things can get put back in the basket. Make a mess. I need this. Hi, Linda. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the pages just get too easy, I think. So that one was really easy. Okay, let's glue it all down. Just stuff my face with some food of some sort. Uh-oh. Okay. Hope everyone's on the East Coast. It's raining there now. Okay. Well, I was just telling Linda that now here's the deal, guys. If that storm comes further west, we're supposed to be getting it Thursday. So, if for some strange, unknown reason I am not here on Thursday, and I do apologize for last Thursday. I had a bad headache. I think it's from my neck being tight from my shoulder. But anyways, this Thursday, if for some reason I'm not here, it is likely because we don't have any power. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't really think we're going to have that much trouble. We only can wait and see. Thanks, Linda. I really liked how it came together. It just was one of those little quickies that when your project just goes just right away. I'll have to see if that's enough glue. No, not in a couple places. It needs more right here. And right there. Oh, there you go, Gail. That's what it needs. I was just watching, and Key West has decided that they're a little bit safer than they were a day ago. So 50 to 60 mile an hour and hail. Oh, isn't that ridiculous? It's hail. That's what, Well, just stay safe, Linda. Okay. I think we better put a little dab down there. Maybe a little right in there. Just to hold it in place. There. Talk about easy smeezy. I like it. But I think the edges of the page need a little bit. Just a little. Yep, there we go. That's all right, because it gives me more time to show off books, right? Okay, but we got to put down what date it is. It is September 25th. Okay. 2022. Barbara's already working on the second signature of a little book. Yeah, I like it. Came out good. Okay, so now then, here's the problem with the books situation. We got home. I ate lunch. I came in here to start my um, live stream. So nothing has been sorted at all. So I have to sort kind of a little as I go, or just show you just as I go, trying not to pull out everything that I got for Mom. But I did get myself a bunch of watercolor books this time, which was a lot of fun. And I have this. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea at all because I hadn't had a chance to look up what I'm sure this is German, you know, from the looks of it. But I don't have a clue what it actually is. Oh, let's see. Let me bring it in where you can see this one. But the pages in it, I just love the numbers. The columns. I think these are like lunar moon things from. I just love these columns. Yeah, it's something German for sure. So looks like tides or something. Yes, and but this one is from 1890 to 1930. So and it's got that same paper quality as, what do you call that? Like a dictionary paper. So it's real thin. And I'll look it up to see exactly what it is, but I didn't care because I just love the numbers. I was like, ooh, that's so cool. They usually try to do a language section, and I always look there for books, but so I got that one. Okay. I got this little book because it just looked interesting and I wanted to read it. It has nothing to do with journaling, art journaling, or anything, but I wanted to read it. So, you know, I got it. Yeah, the paper in that book was really nice. Oh, an astrological reference, ephemera, is in the title of the book. Great paper for stamping on. Yes, Barbara, great paper for stamping on. That would have been like finding a piece of gold. Yes, that paper book. Yep. I thought so. I really liked it. They had two or three. They had a whole box, but I didn't choose a whole box. These were in the foreign language section, and I chose them because I liked. Oh, sorry, you're in too tight. I chose them because I liked the images in them. They just were fun, and I just loved these little crabs. I thought they were really cute. This one is more, oh, I don't know. The images are softer and they're more vintagey, and I just thought they were really cute. Yeah, we can learn Spanish. Oh, there is always all kinds of foreign language. Now, there's not usually kids' books. Usually by the time, I just love this image. This just, so, and this one's got this bug that it's getting out of the jar. So, and that's a dragon. But these images in this were just They were too much fun. I loved this one. Okay, Lisa. Um, now there's a problem. Some of the images are on the same page as the one I really want to keep, so. But even like that, this image is really cool too. So, anyways, got those. Blobby monsters, yeah. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, yeah. I did my little journal page too, Kathy. Just a minute, where to go? It was so simple. It only took me a few minutes to do it. It just came out. You know how those sometimes it works. Okay, so let's see what we got here now. Oh, some books we got not for us, but for we have friends that have hummingbirds that come to their place every year. We've had a hummingbird or two, but they have dozens of hummingbirds. So if I've got a hummingbird book, it's for them. Oh, and I haven't even seen these because Jeff went and picked these out. I sent him to the children's section while I was going through the gardening section. Otherwise, we'd have never got home. But I got some golden books. He said some of them are in pretty bad shape, and I told him I didn't care because the images in golden books are always good. So I'm just looking at them with you now because I didn't see them before. Oh, this is good because I have I got that mermaid fabric that I'd like to do some kind of a mermaid journal. Oh, that's precious. Bugbear of a crafter. Yeah. Yeah, what I hate having to choose. Balowski's Special Picnic. I've never seen that one before. Things in my house. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have picked this one, but he did, so it's not a big deal. Like I said, when I send Jeffrey after, sometimes I look, sometimes I don't. Oh, this is cool. Songs we enjoy. Oh, that's even better. This is a popcorn song. Oh, just around the corner, a man dressed in white sells hot roasted popcorn from morning till night. Okay. The illustrations are cute too. Hi, Dana. Yeah, song, and this is songbooks number 3, so I don't know if there's another one or not. Jingle bells. Oh, this is all Christmas. Oh no, it's not. It's just, but the illustrations in these are cute too. He told me there was a couple of kids songbooks, so those are cute. Shake a leg. All right. Uh-huh. Hi, Kathy. Prince and the Pauper. I also have to tell you that apparently the bag sale had a real issue yesterday. Apparently, someone decided to pull some kind of a stupid prank and sent a bomb threat to the library. Now, if that's not ridiculous, I don't know what is. Oh, there's a big dragon. Well, and I like Mercer Mayer. I like his illustrations. Julie, I think that would be a good journal to do. I think that would be a fun journal to do. Uh-oh, we just had an avalanche. Oh, well. Not going to worry about it. Okay, we got this one for our friends, too, because they have, what do I want to say? They have, part of their property is down along the river, and they have wetlands, plants, and stuff like that. So I got that. We got that for them. So see, we picked up books for a lot of different reasons. Picked this up because we like this kind of stuff in the camper. This is Jelly Belly. Is that how it is? Does anybody know? Lisa would know, but she said be right back. Oh, jelly something. Jelly something. Jelly. I want to say Jelly Belly, but that's not right. Jenny Belly or something like that. She has made several journals with cards. Her channel's big time. Been around a long time. Jenny Belly. Thank you, Kathy. That's it, Julie. Jenny Belly. I knew I couldn't say it right. Her channel has actually has different, what do you call it's on there for making journals out of cards. Okay. This one I got because, you know, anytime there's a bird book, I grab it because I love pictures of birds. And this one was kind of nice because the pictures are not, they're all on one side. So like if I cut this bird out, I'm not losing one on the other side. Although that's really cool. That's a really cool image. But since this one is Britain and Europe, I won't give it to Jeff because it doesn't really pertain. We keep these in the camper too, this kind of book. And then I got this one because of its beautiful age. This is just absolutely, this paper is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Now, all of the pictures are in the middle. Let me bring you in. So, yeah, no page side choices. I don't have to choose. Can you see the age on that? Let me see if I can find a piece of white paper. See how pretty it is? It's just pretty. And the pages in the book were pretty too. So I got this one to cut up, but it, yeah, this was really a nice one. Audubon Bird Guide, Eastern Land Birds. And this something like this, if it were new, we would probably put in the camper too. But just a minute, I'm looking to see too what the date. This is 1946. Oh, it's copyright date. But I like this too. I like those pages. But these are also illustrations. These aren't photographs, which is really nice. I like that. Oh, Barbara, that's cool. Barbara's putting up her video for her book that she did with greeting cards. So, okay, let's see what's in the next to this one. All right, this is another one for our friends. Okay. What do we got? Oh. Okay, this one I have to look at. I think I grabbed this one. I think I grabbed this one for Jeff. Or for the camper, you know, that kind of thing, because, you know, for reference, a reference book. I grabbed this as a reference book. I will tell you, though, that, again, the bird pictures are on one side and the information is on the other. So you're not losing pictures if it were one you wanted to cut up. I have found that a lot of the bird books that I collect over time, though, do not have a lot of the birds that are in them are not all that pretty. They are, because a lot of birds are not bright colors or anything like that. So there'll be a section where they're bright colored birds, but the other sections will be more in the grays and the browns. Hi, Lisa. Owls. I do too. Becky's been making, I think, cloth owls. I'm not sure. They'll be making. Anyways, this is one I got as a reference book rather than as a cut up book. There again, if Jeff decides it's not going to be a reference book that he wants, then it'll go on my shelf for art stuff. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is a book for Jeffrey because if you guys don't know, the man loves cactus, just loves them. So it was laying there. I grabbed it. What you talking about? All birds are pretty. Well, I agree with that, Janice. But as far as adding them as a piece to your page, sometimes the brown ones are not as much fun to add to a bright colored page. That's what I should say. How about that? Does that work? I hope so. Okay. This is one I got as reference, but I'll probably read it and decide if it's going to stay a reference book. Oh, vultures are really cool. I happen to think vultures are really cool. But it also had some really interesting drawings in it. But I actually got this one again as a reference book. There's not a lot in it that I would use art-wise, but I really didn't pick it up for that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, this pile did not work very well. All right, this one, I didn't take time, because the other thing is, guys, I was grabbing so that I could get home so that I could be here. So sometimes I don't look real close, but I did go ahead and I went through this real fast and grabbed it because of these really, there's some really interesting little illustrations and pieces that Fussy cut out would be really cool as parts in collages. Let me bring this in a little bit more. You can't see the whole page, but you can see these things better. Look at these. And I thought they would be a lot of fun and really pretty as collage pieces. So it did. I only turned to a few pages. I don't know if I think the whole book is similar. Yeah, I thought so too, Lisa. I thought it was a fun book. Um, I will probably read it. Oh, look at these. Aren't those pretty? I'll probably read it before I decide to cut it up. But this may have been one Jeff brought me. Sometimes, he's looking around. Yes, that's right, Janice. How tiny the buttons were when they were making, how tiny the images were that they were drawing. Okay. Okay, I got this one just because of Purdy. That's just Purdy. Um, and I love pansies. So, I figured, maybe I'd find something in it that I wanted to use, but I could just use that as a page for background or something. And the colors were so bright and so vibrant that I just kind of that. What is this one? Oh, this is another one I think I got as a reference book. It's got some really pretty pictures and illustrations in it. And again, these Audubon books have all of the pictures just on one side of the paper. But there again, I got, because isn't that beautiful? I got these as reference books because we keep a set of books in the house, and then we put books like this. Yes, Janice, it would be a good book reference for watercoloring them. Hi, Barbara. I wanted to share that I went on what is best described as a deep closet expedition, and I found my childhood stamp collecting books. Woo, Lisa. How about that? You're going to have fun with those. Um, we keep a set of books in the house, and then we keep a set of books in the camper for when we're on a trip and we see birds that we don't recognize and things like that. So those birds books I got as reference books. And I was surprised that they had them because a lot of times they don't have a lot of that kind of thing. So I just never know. Oh, this one is really pretty. You guys are going to want to see that one. We used to live in a migration path and got all kinds of birds. We have gotten all kinds of birds, including an indigo bunting, and we've had indigo buntings in our yard several times. Of course, couple years ago, we had a yellow cardinal, which is pretty rare. Apparently, they weren't as rare as we thought because they've had them down here around us. But we had the Audubon Society out even to look at this one because we wanted to be sure that we were seeing what we were seeing. And this one just, it just has stuffs in it that were pretty that I thought would be fun to. I love this kind of thing to put in collage. I probably didn't need this one, probably not. But when you get back here, there's some really nice illustrations in it. That look at these mushrooms, aren't those gorgeous mushrooms? Towards the back had more illustrations that were, look at that, isn't that beautiful? Hardware store, how fun. Gail, they're not sure what makes them yellow, whether it is a deficiency in something that they're eating, or whether it's a genetic trait, or whether it is a young cardinal with a genetic trait that when it grows up, it'll be a darker color. He was around here about 5 months. Like I said, we had several groups of Audubon people out to verify that it was a yellow cardinal. And then we had a pretty bad storm and he disappeared. So we don't know if he just found a different, because I didn't know that cardinals do not migrate. Cardinals spend their entire life usually within 5 miles of where they live. But aren't these just, so you knew I had to have this one because that's just too pretty. And they're illustrations too, which I really like. Oh, that's an interesting question. Which herbs did witches use? And it talks about Shakespeare's Ophelia. Obviously, this is one I'll probably read and look through a lot before I. Oh, this was one of the pages I opened to, one of the pages that brought it home. Yeah, and but there was one here, one in Mobile. They had one in northern Alabama or Georgia somewhere. There's a professor up there somewhere that's studying them. Now that is a really pretty bird. Its head's tucked. And that's a beautiful drawing. So this book's got quite a lot of imagery in it. And I really liked these drawings that I can see using. To Google this year, there are only about 10 to 15 yellow cardinals in North America. Yeah, and he graced us for 5 months or better before he disappeared. So there again, they at the time we were researching him a couple of years ago, they didn't know whether or not it was due to a food source or a genetic thing. So it's one of those things where I can't tell you what causes it, but there's not very many of them. Okay, that was too tight. But this is really a pretty book. This is called Illustrated Guide to Ornamental Shrubs. And it's got some really pretty, and look at these. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous drawings. Of course, they're on both sides of the paper, but isn't that pretty? I may have to decide on this one too, though, because it's got some information in it I don't have in other books. So this one might get put in on my reference shelves. I did this time, Julie. I don't always find, when we go to the bag sale, I don't always find the best books because by then the sale's been going on for 3 days. But I did find quite a few this morning. But there again, this one may be one of those things that I look at that I might keep as a reference book. Just because it's dang, that bruise is really coming up on my arm. So that was, I thought that one was really pretty, but it also might be a good reference book. So we'll see. We'll have to see. Okay, what are these? These are for Mom, and they have some stuff where they've already worked in them, but she doesn't care, and so those were all for Mom. I picked this up because it looked like fun. I have origami paper and I have other origami books, but so that's a reference book, but it'd be fun to use these pages too. So hi, Janet. Welcome. So I got that. All right. Okay, now I want you to know that everything I just showed you fit in one bag. Jeffrey plays Tetris. When we go to these things, he plays Tetris, and he's very good at it. Okay, this is the one I think I have to show you. This is so cool. Give me a second to bring this way back out because you're never going to be able to see the whole book. But, oh, it's upside down. This is called Sweets. 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 Okay, first the end papers grabbed my attention. These giant pieces of gorgeous paper in here. Okay, these are pages of candy. The entire page is a page of candy. But look, the back of it is plain white paper. And each page is a different kind of candy. And it's a huge book, guys. Just a minute. It's, just a minute. I got a 11 by, 15, something like that. I just think that this is going to have to be a journal, you know, made smaller. The pages to be written on. I could use candy wrappers as other parts of it. Candy bags, you know. It just is like, okay, yep. Yeah, great colors too. I thought so too. I thought it was a fun book. It was a pain to get in the paper bag. It was really hard to get the paper bag, but I can just, you know, I can see a themed journal, all candy. Oh, Janet, I'm so glad then. This we since you weren't here earlier, I went to the library book sale. Is what this all is about. Let's see here. Okay. This one, Jeff read it. Okay, collecting paper, and he thought, "Oh, this has to be for Tanya." Yes, Gail. It's right now. It's $7 for a bag of books. On Friday, they're one price. On Saturday, they're another price. And on Sunday, they sell them by the bag. And they only do this sale a couple times a year. All of our libraries here in town have a room where you can go and buy books for very inexpensive prices. One of the fairy books that I bought when we were doing our fairy journal, I paid like $6 or $7 for it. You know, it was one of those really nice small grocery bags, Julie. They're paper grocery bags. They're not huge. They're not the huge ones, although this time I think they were a little bigger than they were the last time. They used to be $5 a bag, but now they're $7 a bag. But they do this sale a couple times a year, and like this particular sale in the fall, like this one, they categorize the books. The thing about the library stores is most of the books are newer, and I like to go for the old books because I'm going to tear them up a lot of times. So I don't like to go in and buy, you know, $7 books that I'm going to tear up. And so if I go to the bag sale, and there were lots and lots and lots of different dictionaries, thesauruses, things like that, but I have plenty of those, so I didn't get any of those. The first time I went to the bag sale, poor Jeff carried out an entire bag of dictionaries for me. So, you know, they kind of don't take that very well. The bags are kind of tight. Ours does twice a year too, but they also take in donations all the time and they pile up quick. Yes, Janice, and that's the thing. That's why our libraries all have individual little stores that you can get. Jeff found this one for me, and that's interesting. I didn't realize it was cut, but he thought that it was just about all kinds of paper, and then he thought, oh, that it was just baseball cards. But look at these illustrations in here. There's all kinds of old, like that's an old book that they're talking about, and it's about collecting antique paper. I don't care. I'm not going to look. He thought it was all about baseball cards and everything. When you get further back in the book, it's about other kinds of paper. And those are show posters, music rolls. That looks like, that might be movie posters. Yep. Ours too. You can rent or buy. I think it's wonderful. Um, Julia, I only got 4. I got 4 bags. One of them pretty much is filled with Mom's books. Of course, Mom's books were, and we got books for friends, and I got books for Jeff, and I got books for, you know, Mom. So now, Julie, I've been in there and bought 7 or 8 bags. Yeah, Janet, I like that they're black and white too. So, you know, it was, he didn't think I'd want it, and then I opened it and I must have seen something. Oh, even this, I just love that page. Uh, you know, this right here. The paper is not real antique, but I know how to fix that problem. So that one's kind of for cutting out. Now these, I got a lot of this kind of book. Um, haven't had to go to any sales. Just keep bringing old books home from Dad's house. Well, see, Mom didn't have the kind of books I would have chosen, and uh, she kind of got rid of a lot of stuff. So I don't have a lot of the books that my dad had when those books were old, and um, that kind of thing. So this one, I've not done any paint pouring. I keep buying stuff to try it. I've got the stuff. I've got it here. It was there. It went in the bag. I bought it. Um, so, and that's the thing. So I bought a lot of art art books like that this time. Um, this one is on colored pencils. This one is on pastels, things that I don't already do, especially. I bought these to read. And I haven't done that in the past as much. Um, so I bought a bunch of books like that this time. This was marbling paper and fabric, and I actually have done this, but I thought, if nothing else, these pages are gorgeous. You know, if I change my mind and this isn't the reference book that I want to keep, look at that paper. These are beautiful pages. But they are talking about the design and how you make the design for each thing. So I didn't even see these pages. I just saw the title of the book and I grabbed it because I wanted to just read up about it and see. So that was a reference book I got. Um, there again, this one just looked real interesting as far as now, I've done this before, but it just had some different things in it. I thought they might be fun trying for different page ideas or things to go. And the only way you get ideas, and it's way cheap to buy this at the library book sale than it is to go to the store and buy it. And I sometimes get tired of looking at the internet. The computer makes me tired sometimes. So you're not attracted to them? I am, but then I've done that kind of paper marbling in school and stuff. So there's this one. I didn't even open a couple of these. I didn't even open to look at. I just grabbed them and stuck them in my bag. That's how I was shopping. When you shop for the bag sale and you're in a hurry, you just grab. This one's hand decorated paper, and I don't know that it's got ideas we haven't tried, but I thought, if it's got anything in it that we have not tried, we'll have to try them. So, now paste paper techniques, quite frankly, I know that several people that have been around in chat and stuff have done paste paper. I've never done it, but I don't really care to do it because I think it's so much easier on the jelly plate. And paste paper takes forever to dry, and then if you do it on the jelly plate, it's dry like that. So, and there again, I hadn't realized that they had so many pages where the backgrounds were really cool. But a lot of these techniques might be things we've done, but I just didn't, I just grabbed. So this is paper folded flowers, and I thought that might be cool to look at. There again, we've done this one. We did this one when I did the Totally Junk Journal. Yeah, Gail, paste paper, it's like, it takes forever to dry. And when you go and you do the similar techniques on the jelly plate, it can be dry in a few minutes. So that one looked cool. All right. This is watercolor. And watercolor is one of those things I really want to play with this next year. And I have bought several watercolor books and how to watercolor books. I just picked up a couple more at the clearance sale at Hobby Lobby. It was in my last Hobby Lobby haul. Yeah, too much trouble. Anyway, so since watercolor is one of those things I really want to try to do, I bought several watercolor books. This said, let the medium do it. So I'm assuming they're saying that there's a lot of water in this. So, anyways, I thought, for a bag sale price, I could definitely get plenty of watercolor books. Hi, Nettie. Too precious to use. Did I miss? Well, I wasn't paying attention to chat very well, so I wasn't thinking. Watercolor is your thing. I would like watercolor to be my thing, but watercolor and I do not necessarily get along. And that is about practice. There's a lot of things that you need to do and practice. Okay, let me see what's next in here. Okay, these are mom books. I got mom a whole pile of what do you call it? Mystery novels. Okay. This one, Mindy is the one that really. Hi, Carol. Carol. Yeah. I think it's Carol. Yes, it's Carol. Sorry about that. um, this one was just really pretty as far as, this kind of book is one where you get really pretty type Victorian images, and then you get these little pretty poems, and I'm sure we got some more. Yeah, see, there's some really nice Victorian images in this one, and this was just so precious. I was like, oh, and then you get pretty poems, and that's just a beautiful image. So again, this one's I picked up to tear up. Okay, what's this? You forgot me already. Sticker. My brain is on vacation, so better than you were yesterday. Well, that's all we can all ask for, is better than we were yesterday. And I can't remember. Nettie, my names and me do not work very well. This is really cool. I didn't look at it real close, but it has really cool pages in it. This is one. I've got several kinds of books like this where, like, I've got one that's called Legacy, and where it's you journal the questions that it asks you. Some of the most valuable things I've learned from my relationships, and it doesn't say what kind of a relationship, it just says relationships. A job that really made a difference in my life was. This is not a book I'll probably write in, but sometimes when I am journaling in my writing type journal, and my brain went on vacation, like, many, many days, I will look in a book like this, or in the book I have that's called Legacy, or some other books like that, and grab a couple of question prompts out of that book to write about. The family tradition most important to me is. So, it's just one of those books where I will use more like that. So, and yeah, you had to razz me. I knew it. That's okay. This is a really interesting book. It's interesting because of how it's made. The spiral binding is not on the edge. Okay. It lays flat like this, and then when you open it, see, it opens like that, so that this covers up the spiral binding. And this probably will get tore up to use as journal pages in things, because it's just got cool paper and that kind of thing, and it's the paper's really cool. I don't know, and it's just, even the images that's already in it. Yard ideas. Lord have mercy, that's too small of a piece of paper for me to put my yard ideas on. Yeah, I've never seen a spiral binding, but the paper is really cool. And sometimes I buy books for that, so the paper in that is the reason I picked that one up. This is another watercolor book that I picked up for watercolor reference. And you see, some of these books are really old. I really liked the black and white images in this. Now let me bring you in so you can see. Yeah, it looks old, but I don't know that it's as old as you might think. Let's see if it tells us. Huh. This is probably the newest book I got. Copyright 2002, Blue Lantern Studio. So this is not a real old book, not compared to some of the books I got. I was going to bring you in so you could see these black and white images. See, so if this particular book is not something that after I read it, that I want to keep, these images would be gorgeous in a journal. So, you know, when I grabbed it, I did open a few of the watercolor books because I did leave some. I left some of them for other people. I was bad, but I wasn't that bad. This is a covered spiral binding, which is, you know, I've seen this kind of a spot. I've just never seen one where it folded away from the book like that. And this, again, I sort of picked up for pages. It's got some really interesting images in it, but then it's got these really cool pages that could be used in a journal, like paper in a journal. There are some really interesting images, but then it's got interesting paper. So, winter, yeah. All right, let's see. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, I forgot. I was bad. I did buy another dictionary. Okay. We got this for the camper. This is one of the areas we have not explored a lot as far as camping and goes. Now, we went to Branson, and probably the only reason we'll go back to Branson is so that I can go to the scrapbook store. But it's got different places around that area, and so we've got that kind of to trip plan with. Like I said, I fibbed. I did get another dictionary. This one is a French dictionary. Which, you know, there again, didn't need, but, you know, just had to have, because I just thought the paper in this one was gorgeous. This paper is a little heavier. I could make pockets out of this paper, and a lot of times dictionary paper, especially older dictionary paper, you cannot make pockets out of. And guys, I'm going to have to excuse myself for just a minute. Here, let me put something halfway pretty up here. This one is kind of pretty. I have to go turn the air conditioner down. I'll be right back. This is if I can get out. I have made a mess. Oh, dear. I can't get out. There we go. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm starting to drip down my nose with sweat. So, whew. Okay. Hi, Artsy. Let's see here. Oh, does he know? He doesn't want to drive that far away from where we are staying. Oh. Jeffrey is so good to me. I can't tell you guys how good he is to me. He goes to the book sale when it drives him bananas to be there. I mean, it's hard for him because the books are out of order, and Jeff is a little bit. He's got to have things neat and organized and symmetrical, and it bothers him drastically when things are not. So, okay, okay, I know what I got that for. Because, let's see, are these all Mom's? No, I don't think so. I got Mom a lot of, that may not be one she likes. I got Mom a lot of mystery books and murder mystery books. She likes these guys. I got a bunch of those for her. I just grabbed because I don't know what she likes. I don't know, I just grabbed stuff. So I got a lot of those. There's a lot of books like that in there. I got this because of the paper in it. There's some images, but not many. But it's got some really nice paper. It's a pretty color, and you can't really see it on the screen. I hope nobody came in while I was gone, but hello if you did, and I didn't say hi, please. Hi, I'm glad you're here. I thought this might make some nice pockets. I don't ever fold a page until I'm sure I'm going to take the book, but see, it's old, but it's not breaking, and you can't fold paper that breaks if you're going to make pockets and stuff. And this was a pretty good size page. So that's why I got that. Are you guys bored with this? Should I go on and do something different? I will. If you guys are, if I'm boring you to tears, please say so. And I got this one for two reasons. One, I just love the look of this paper. Now, I'm guessing it's probably going to be it folded better than I expected, but folding it is not bored. Okay, just jealous. Okay, I understand that, Kathy, because I got a lot of really nice things this time. I was very, very happy with what I got. And I got more than I intended to get. I really did. I really did not intend, but I got a lot of reference books too. Bye, Gail. Have fun. I got this because I really like the cover. I think this would make a pretty journal. It's a really pretty brown, coppery color. It's got a really pretty decoration on the spine. And the paper inside was really pretty, so I thought it would probably, collage and things, tags and whatnot, it'll be fine for. I was afraid that it was going to be a little brittle, but it's not as brittle as I expected. So, jealous too, but glad I don't have to find a place to put it. Janet, I actually have lots of room to put books, but I already have those places filled. So my husband is not exactly happy with me. Now, a good part of what we brought home is going back out the door. But at the same time, I did bring home quite a bit of stuff that This is another foreign language book, and I am guessing German from the type, but I'm just guessing, and the only way to find out is to get online and try. This book is from 1919. But the illustrations in it are no crafting and watching. Okay. Bye, Gail. Let me bring it in because you can't see illustrations when you're far, far away. But the illustrations in this book are just really pretty. They're very dark, a lot of them, but then you get these like this, and I think that's just a beautiful image. I could make a tag just with that as the background, and then some little, I don't know, something, with a little fiber or something, I think would make a gorgeous image. And this monk is flying a kite. So, but that, I mean, they're just yummy images. I think this is the book that had the cupids in it. There was two little tiny images. When I flipped to it, there was two little tiny images. Yeah, there they are. Do you have to do that now? Uh-huh. Yeah. I have some cookbooks, but they're odd cookbooks, cookbooks for my kid for, allergies and stuff like that. But isn't that a beautiful image too? So that I really and truly got because of the images, but then there's all of the gorgeous font in the writing that is really pretty too. So trying to make more space for the ones you inherited from mom and books for tearing apart. Yep. Hi, Sue. um, there's usually our library has a lot of Spanish books, of course. We live in Florida. German, some French. I have picked up Russian and a few other things. Just a minute, let me figure out what in here is mine and what is mom's. Oh. Those are all mom's. Okay. But there's almost always a lot of German, and I'm not sure why that is, other than because I didn't think we had that big of a German population here. So, but the book sale almost always has a lot of German books, and I usually can find reference books too. Try to make this. I got this one again for trip planning and stuff. I like it that it's got markers in it. Now this says up-to-date state maps, but I'm pretty sure that this is old enough that they're not up to date. But let me see, 2009. But it's got different highlights of different places to go and see. And we like this kind of book in the camper because if we're in an area that we haven't been in before, sometimes it helps to have some reference books like this that you can grab and look up the state, and because we kind of wing it. A lot of times when we travel, we do not make plans completely ahead of time. Yeah, that's true, Julie. Piling stuff on the floor is okay. Right now, everything I've shown you is on the floor. Oh, I got this one to put in the camper, in my stuff that I craft with, because you guys know I make a postcard for Mom every day, and we do a lot of national parks. So I got this because that way, if we're going to one of the national parks and I want some images to tear up, a lot of times I can use the flyers and stuff, but I actually got this to tear up, but I probably won't tear it up until we've, been to that park and read about it, that kind of thing. So it's to go in the camper to trip plan into. Okay, where is that? Because that. Okay, we've started here. Lows of the field, greeneries, protect ours. Okay, that's not where I thought it was. And there's some of these places we've already been, but that's okay. We've actually been to Denali. So I got that for that. So I did get a lot of reference books. I really did. Okay, why did I get this one? Oh. Okay. I got this one for the paper of the pages. This is really bad when that's I really and truly got this because of the paper for pages. First off, the photographs that are in here do not have, most of them don't have anything on the back, but if you can tell, the ink has gone through the pages. It's just yummy, and some of it has come off on the page that's opposite it. Yeah. And it's really nice paper. Now it's got some interesting images. I love that. And it's got some interesting poetry. But I really liked the paper. And I kind of allow myself a couple of books each time for that purpose. The other thing is this, I love this cover. It's too big for a journal, but I have one of those husbands that will cut it for me right here, and then it would make a perfect journal size, half that size. So now the front of it, it has, you can't see it very well, but again, I could cut it and then decorate that section a little bit because the cover is just yummy. This is really yummy. So these books are going to fall all over everywhere. I just know it. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, and this one was pretty, and it was little, and it had these really pretty little paintings in it, and I thought they would make some really fun little spots on collage. These are all Monets. This one, okay, what is this one? Oh, this one had some really cute illustrations, but also some cute little poems. See, isn't that adorable? So the poems and the illustrations were just really cute. So I got these were, oh, not that, but these were plays. I kind of got them because I liked the text. They're stapled, so I can take them apart, and they could be used as pages in journals. And because it's a play, the text looks a lot different, and the paper is all old and decrepit, which I really like. This one's not stapled, so you know, but it was the Christmas Carol, so like I need book paper, but that's what I got it for. This one again had some of those things. What do you love best about Dad now? If I went to college or a career training school, where did you go and why? Now, if I ever got tired of this, these borders could be fussy cut out. I like that kind of book for just for referencey things. Okay, these are more of the watercolor books that I got. This one's colored pencil. And there again, I am terrible with colored pencils, so colored pencils and I don't get along very well. So I thought, you know, whatever I could learn would be good. And this one's watercolor. Now look at the price of that. That book has got to be old. It's only $7.48. Lisa, I have found it at the thrift store. I have found it at estate sales. As a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I got some at the estate sales that was so sad that nobody would have bought it except me, because it's actually just disintegrating, but it's perfect for collages. It's not perfect for pages, but it's perfect for collages. But I have found quite often I find it at the thrift store. The not very often at garage sales. Usually more at estate sales. Thanks, Linda. Now, I have also found some at the library book sales in the past. I found the kids stuff we got this time. Those two kids books that Jeff picked up that were music. I didn't see any other music today. Now, I might not have looked because I was running to get home in time. So I didn't look as long, and I really didn't need anything, so I didn't try to find some things that I might have if I had needed it or really wanted more. I'm trying to think, but yeah, I do find it at the thrift stores. Now, I'll tell you that my favorite thrift stores are usually church or they're not Goodwill, or we have one here that I kind of like. It's called Teen Challenge. But they're either related to a church, or the ones that are better are related to a church, related to a charity, something like that, rather than the big ones that are nationwide. You seem to find that stuff better at those. This again is this one's got a lot of stuff besides watercolor in it. This is another one of those books that's got prompt kind of things, or this is you win, that kind of thing. The date I was married, Wonderful words. It does have some really pretty illustrations in it. I'll look at it more closely now that I've brought it home to see if I'm tearing it up or if I'm going to keep it on my prompt type shelf. Yeah, church and charity shops. Hi, Riri. Are more my favorite than yard and garage sales. Estate sales is where I found a lot of it. And of course, here's the thing about estate sales. Estate sales can get really, really pricey. And they're not, they're, you know, they it depends on the estate company. I only have one estate company here that I will go to her estate sales. But right now she's got one every weekend. Now, I will also tell you that Jeff and I went garage sailing and estate sale shopping yesterday. We went to 3 estate sales and 4 garage sales, and I didn't buy a thing. Not one single thing did I see that I needed or wanted. Then we went to like a farmer's market thing that one of the churches has, and they have craft booths and all that kind of thing. And I did buy a plant, but that is all I got yesterday with all those estate sales and everything. I didn't find a thing. This one again is another watercolor book. And my watercolor pile over here has gotten way too big. Library Bookshop was where she found a copy of John Thompson's second grade piano book. Is it Jan Kuntz? If so, you took classes from her? Yes. Ooh, you took classes from her? How cool is that, Sharon? One of the things I did was try to grab different. When I picked up the book and I went like that, if the images inside looked a little bit different than the last book I picked up on watercolor, that's the one I picked up. And Kathy, that's the other thing. I only go to Teresa's estate sales on the last day when everything is half price. The other thing is she knows me, and when I gather up a pile of stuff that does not have a price on it, she'll give me a price for that particular pile of stuff. Okay. This is another watercolor one. I liked this one because it had buildings and stuff in it. It has this kind of, I don't know, they're darker. Just they're not my kind of style at all in some respects because the colors are so much darker and so much more earthy than I tend to use, which is I guess why I liked this one so much. Great teacher. How fun. This one's called Pour It On. Did I get this book twice? I hope not. That's a possibility, guys. Anyways, it's got a bunch of different techniques in it. Now, some of these books could have been in the library, but most of these are books that have been donated. I have or had that book. Oh, this one's got is that no? That's John Robinson. So I don't know why that person's name is in the book, but anyways, I hope if I read part of these that I will learn something. And this one is Sketching Nature in Watercolor, which I thought was interesting. I usually sketch and then try to put stuff over it, and that may be part of my problem. Maybe I just need to be more loose with it. You would love to make those with red dirt look and rust colors instead of these dark colors. That is probably true, Julie. The red dirt course, you know, that is Alabama, right? Okay, I think Jeff's on his third car for going to get gas. We are almost done, guys. Almost able to do something different. Okay. This says innovating painting techniques, but it just looked really fun. There again, I don't know if it's techniques we've played with or not. So I got a lot of reference books this time rather than books to tear up. I mean, I did get plenty of books to tear up, but and this one, I got this one because of the cover. I just think it's pretty, and I think it would make a really beautiful journal. It's got this embossed piece on the front, and the spine has got this color on it, and it's got some really nice poetry and verse in it. Plus, the paper is really cool. So, I thought that it would be good for words as well as for the paper as well as for the cover. So, got that. And I think I only have one more to show you because the rest is all a huge pile of mom books. That's mostly how I taught myself with watercolor books. Yeah, and I usually can teach myself most things. I can usually, it's a matter of taking the time to practice it. My drawing abilities are not very good, but there again, that's about practicing it. You know, it's been 100 million years since I laid out plans and drafted, but I can do it. It's just I'm not very good at it anymore. I'd have to really think. This is, as you can see, it's a Rand McNally Illustrated Atlas of the World, and there were a lot of these. They're huge and they're heavy, and I have maps and I have atlases. So I only got, I mean, it wasn't all Rand McNally's. There was multiple atlases. So I only got the one, but I got it because not only, I just love these pages. I can't make this thing any bigger. This is the biggest I can make it. But look at this. This is an International Map Index. And isn't that a pretty page? I think those would make really cool junk journal pages. So I did get this one to tear up. There's a lot of those pages, a ton of those pages. They've also got a lot of numbers on them. I mean, y'all know I like numbers. The paper, this paper is really nice. It would coffee dye really pretty. I will probably post some of these and coffee dye them soon because I do have some coffee ready to go. Jeff saves it for me. But then there were all these beautiful maps in it. And you guys know I like map pages. And map pages make great junk journal pages too. So but there were a lot of atlases today, and I don't need them, but this one just really truly what grabbed me was these pages in the back. So I just kind of had to have it. And there are some really nice illustrations. I can't even see it because the book's too big. In here, which will, there's a pretty butterfly right there, which will work to fussy cut out or do other things with. See, these are talking about different plants and things. So the pages that aren't exactly what I would use all the time. See, look at these birds. I mean, so the whole thing has got different stuff in it that will be very useful. But yeah, the maps were beautiful. And there were a lot of atlases today, and I just got the one because I didn't see any reason to get more than one. And that's it. Plus that huge pile of I also, and a bug. Oh yeah, there's bugs everywhere. So you guys know me and bugs, so I'm sure there's bugs in here. Did you see a bug, Julie? There's animals. There's dinosaurs. I'm looking for the bug. Julie said, "Oh, there's bugs right here. Yep, there's bugs right there. There's bugs right where my finger is, way far down on the bottom. Yes, with the birds. Oh, with the birds, there's bugs. Okay." Oh, look at that bug. Yeah. So, I'll use it. I'll use most of it. It's just now, like Janet said, "Hi, Andrea." Like Janet said, now it's to find where to put it all. So, however, there's a bunch that gets to go to Mom's, and there's several that get to go to our friends, and there's several for the camper, and several for my reference stuff. I have probably a whole bag of reference books. So I probably only got like a bag of junk journal ones to tear up. Um, so it was not one of those days where I just got junk journal. I just got stuff to tear up. I was really trying to concentrate on not getting more stuff I wasn't going to use. That was my big thing. I've got to use what I've got and not buy more. Ouch. Oh, that does not feel good. Oh. Mm. Mm. Sorry, guys. Ooh. Give me a minute to clean up. Only, yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. And I only got Mom like one bag of books because I am, Janet, thank you. I have a bad shoulder right now, and I turned around with a huge pile of books in my hand and tried to put it down. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Artsy. I had a whole pile of these, and I tried to put it down, and I, I I used too much of my shoulder. Instead of my left hand, I used my right hand. It's one of those. Okay, how can you function without your right hand? Things. Um, those leaf stamps you showed us last week, the Sizzix and Tim Holtz ones. Only the one of these that are still making and is out of stock. Yeah, Sizzix. Oh, naughty for trying to use it. Yeah, yeah. I tried to use my shoulder. What's really bad is getting in and out of Jeff's Jeep. Jeff's Jeep is raised up off the ground. And I actually it's hard to climb in. You could ask Lisa. If Lisa's still here, she got in the front seat of Jeff's Jeep one day. She knows how hard it is to climb in. The I have always used two hands, and that's how I hurt the right one so bad again a few weeks ago, was trying to get in the Jeep. So I'm having to physically hold this hand against my body and not use it getting in the Jeep. See, Lisa says hard. It's hard to get in Jeff's Jeep. Uh-huh. So Janice, my sweet husband is going to lug that bag to mom. He lugged all of the rest of them out to the car. He lugged them into the house. Um, just acquiring them at the sale was hard because that's what happened here. As I banged into myself with the bag. Um, can he have a crate available for you to get in and out? There's actually a step, Julie. There's a step that he built to for me to get in and out, but it's still high, and I still have a tendency to grab with this hand. So I have to really think about not using both hands. Um, Need to go Barbara, you know what? If there was room in this place to go shopping with a cart, I would. But there is not. I mean, it is crowded and full of tables. But yeah, he's going to take mom her books tomorrow. She dropped some stuff behind her dresser. Okay, her dresser's in the closet, right? This is the closet. Her dresser is in the closet, sits right here. Well, the baseboard right here keeps the closet off the wall. She's managed to shove stuff back there. Okay, a couple of things she kind of needs. Well, I tried the other, but you have to move the dresser out, which with one hand I'm not strong enough, or you have to reach back there with your right hand, so that I can't reach back there with my right arm because of my shoulder. So he's got to go fetch stuff. He's got to fix her lamp. Her lamp has a knob that keeps coming off, so he's got to go fix her lamp. So he's going to go do mom chores for me tomorrow. She needs some medicine picked up, and he'll just do all that for me so that I don't have to do it. So yeah, Sue, that's what happens with Jeff's. He's got 36-inch tires. I think they're 35 or 36-inch tires on it, and it's got a 4-inch lift kit. And yes, and Jeff is going to look at fixing something so that it doesn't fall back there the next time. Um, that was, it was something I hadn't thought about, that she would push something off back there. And it wasn't anything desperate that she needed, but it was something that, she needs to get fetched out of there. So, and he's got the lamp to fix, and I could fix the lamp, but he's going to take the books so that I don't have to take the books. And, okay, the other day, last week, I painted one of these a little bit, and I thought I would, okay, where is it? I thought I would doodle it a little bit. Barbara, that is why it's hurting so bad today, I think, because what happens is, even though I try, yes, it is, Janet. I have a really sweet, sweet husband who will take care of things for me. I try to sleep on my left side, but my right side is where I actually sleep, and I usually sleep with my shoulder up, and that's what has hurt it in the past. Thanks, Andrea. I painted this a long time ago. We were headed out on a trip, and I was going to take it and use it to doodle in, and then never had time. So this is just a composition book. I did take some pages out of the middle. I absolutely love the feel of this paper when it's painted on both sides. It is fabulous paper for painting on both sides. And I've only done a couple of pages in it, actually. This one. There was another one. Where's the other one? And this one. That's the only two I've done. Yeah, Barbara, I actually used 2 pillows up because of it, Julie. I keep one pillow underneath my body and the other one underneath my head. So, love that page, the blue and green with the white leaves. Oh, yes, I really liked how that one came out too. I think that one is just probably one of the favorite pages I've done. Okay, so I did this page in August of 2021 and this other one in August of 2021. So that's how old this book is, and I haven't been working on it. But they also they're a little bit afraid I have torn my rotator cuff. So there's definitely what do you call that? Let me think here. There is definitely arthritis in my shoulder. There's nothing broken or chipped. But I can't have an MRI for a month because that's what the insurance company says. So what we're going to do is just play on this page, I thought, is what we would do. If that sounds fun to you guys. And stopped hanging on too tight to the railing going up and down the steps. Yep. Was the white gel pen. Okay. Just a minute, and I'll answer that, Sue. Just let me get back to that page. Okay. This white that's big and fat were these. I use these Uniball white pens. This Posca, not Posca. They're unis. They're Posca pens. I use Posca pens just like, and about all I ever use is white and black to doodle. This tends to be my go-to. I have a whole little drawer. I have backups. That's kind of how it works. I have backups. But then, not that one. I don't use that one so much. These are called Uniball Signo broad pens, and yeah, they're a gel pen of sorts. But these are these if I'm going to make a fine line like this, that's my go-to for these. So this part is one of these Uniballs. Okay, oh, that's not, it's out of focus. It's called Uniball Signo Broad. Now, if you go to Walmart, you have to buy them in a set, but you can get a set of these. I don't know if they're broads or not, but you get a silver, a gold, and a white one, I think. I don't like to buy them that way because I don't use the silver and the gold ones enough. So Michaels does sell these as ones, and you can order them online. And these if you don't use them all the time, they're a booger because they'll dry, the tip will dry and you can't use them. It's just, they make me so irritable sometimes. But, okay, now I lost my page I was going to work on. There it is. Some new white Posca pens. And the white Posca pens are not always as opaque as I would like. It's just the way they are. So sometimes you have to go back over. Things, and that kind of irritates me sometimes. But whatever you do, if you're going to use a Posca pen, make sure you shake it before you start using it, because they definitely want to be shook up. The other thing is, craft paint will take the tip of them off a little bit. You gotta understand that craft paint is kind of abrasive. That's one reason why I don't like to use Sharpie markers. No, Julie, I've tried just about everything to get them working again, um, and not found anything that really, really worked. Um, these Posca pens don't get eaten as badly as Sharpie markers or some of the other markers will do. Fingernail polish remover? No, I don't know that I have. I tried alcohol. I tried soaking them in alcohol, but fingernail polish remover is not the same thing. So I doubt I've tried that. I will have to try that on the next time I have one that's dead. Because a lot of times you can still see ink in here. So you know there's still ink in there. And, but yes, Julie, sometimes it feels like it is a waste of money. And they're not cheap. If the Posca pens were as dense and opaque as those are, I probably wouldn't buy them, but they're not. The Posca pens tend to be just a little less opaque. But Sue, I'll have to try that. Next, I don't think I have any that aren't working right now. I think I trashed them. I was going to say too, these Posca pens work better if you hold them upright, like straight up and down. The more you tip them, the less coverage they seem to have. They're not good on any rough surface. Oh, I use them all the time on acrylic paint. Now I also like them because I can use them over the top of Mod Podge, which is pretty shiny, and they will work. Yeah, you're right. So it is basically paint remover. So that would be definitely something to try. You don't like them on paint, Gail? Oh, this is just craft paint, so it is definitely textured. I will tell you that watercolor markers will get chewed up, and Sharpies will get chewed up fast on this paint. And there are other paint pens out there. I just like these. That's, I've got some other brands, but I tend to go for these. These seem to make me happy, and to work when I want them to work. Posca pins are, yeah, they're good. They're good on the jelly plate. Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of things you can use on the jelly plate that at first they didn't tell it, they didn't know we could use them. Like Sharpie markers are really cool on the jelly plate. Uh, okay, bye, Lisa. Glad you popped in. That's not very round, but that's okay. I've got to figure out my grocery list for in the morning. Because of the hurricane, there's some groceries that I need to go get. We would be fine if I didn't get there, but it would be good to have more fresh vegetables than I've got. I pretty much used them up last week. So I've got to make a grocery list. The alcohol makes your plate yellow. Yes, Julie, but my plate's already yellow. It's kind of yellow from just age. Those look like lotus pods. They aren't regular. That's true. Well, and I can't draw a perfect circle. That's just beyond me. Um, I have watched artists who drew the most beautiful, perfect circles, and they just, they get this beautiful, perfect circle, and I'm like, nope, doesn't happen. Okay, see, and this one's not being black right now. There we go. As long as I keep my hand out of it. Yeah, Dana, we might. The thing of it is that at this moment, they're not sure where the center is going to come. Right now, we could get just the back edge, just the western edge, and that just means a rainstorm. It really just means a rainstorm. If it moves west, we could get quite a. There's two trajectories that there's this cone, and they have no idea. We won't know till Tuesday, probably, where it's gonna come at. I will tell you that puppy is huge. Um, when it comes into the Gulf, it's going to take up most of the Gulf. So we're definitely going to get some rain. And that is a problem for us because Sally actually almost flooded the house. So, yeah, you're probably going to get the east side, which is way worse than what we'll get. Protractor to draw a perfect circle. Well, and I would definitely have to have something to draw a perfect circle. Yeah, and it's and Linda's getting huge wind gusts. And that's the other thing is that if we get the west side of the storm, the wind is coming off the land, not off the Gulf. Let me give me just a second. Let me find a piece of paper. Paper, where's a piece of paper? This will do. hurricanes go like this when they come at the Gulf. This is Florida, right? This is Florida. This is land. Okay, and when they spin like this part right here hits the land with all of its water, which is what Dana is going to get. And then this part, as it goes inland, the wind and everything comes off the land, and this is where we're at. So as long as it stays east, we won't get this part. Looks like that part is going to be right in the middle, which is not good, because over here is where Michael hit a few years ago, 5 years ago, and just devastated Florida right here. So if this moves this way, we could get this. I don't think it's going to move so far that we get this. But Dana's going to get that, because Dana's in here, I think. It's about where she's at. I know what you meant, but let me find a piece of paper. That's true. Let me find a piece of paper. Uh-huh. Melody, I keep cases of water. We are never without at least 4 cases of water. We don't use it when we go on a trip. We take it with us, and then we use it when we're hiking and that kind of thing. Or if we're going to go out, I grab a couple bottles of water and put it in the cooler, that kind of thing. But if I use half a case, I buy a new case so that we rotate those cases of water. So I always have cases of water. We have rain barrels outside. They are not hooked up the way they should be yet, but 2 of them are full, which will flush the toilet for a couple weeks if we have to. We'll fill the tub if we're going to get that bad of a storm. Jeff just filled the camper up today of water and checked to make sure that all the generators run, and we have more than one. We have a big one. We can plug the refrigerator and stuff in the house, and then we have a generator on the camper. We actually have a third one, but my brother-in-law's got it right now. He's out refilling cars, to make sure we have. Yes, it's bad when it's always on the way. I cycle canned goods and things, so I always have groceries. The camper is set up with solar, so my refrigerator out there will run without the generator, won't need it. He filled the camper with water more than anything because hot showers are an issue. Because I have in the house, I have a gas stove on purpose so that if we do get hit, like Sally, we were without power for 6 days or so. So if we get hit that hard and we don't have any power, then I have the ability to cook. Not a big deal. The camper has a gas stove and the LP in it, but we have a hybrid water heater. It's kind of a different thing. It's a water pump. It's like a heat pump. So in the summertime, it heats the water from the air temperature, but it's electric. So if the power's out, then we can't heat water. Oh, I guess he could plug it into the generator. But we can heat water in the camper to take showers. And he started Thursday. He went and filled up all our gas cans Thursday, and he keeps the generators all ready. Janet, Jeff took out 7 trees. We lost 15 trees, I think. When Sally hit us, it was because of the water. We had so much water. The water was more than 14 inches deep in the yard. It was not, it wasn't, Sally sat on top of us and rained and rained and rained and rained. So it was bad. Yeah, I can still cook and all those things. So, you know, as long as we can keep the refrigerator from my losing my freezer stuff, it's more about the stuff in the freezer than the refrigerator. Um, we're good. So, uh, and that's why he makes sure the generator works. And like I said, if push come to shove, I can always um, take stuff out to the camper refrigerator and put it out there. Although right now both freezers are pretty full. We've been without for ooh, Dana, that's bad. We lost fence and trees, but we did not have any damage with Sally. It was really the water and then the wind. Janice, my stove has electric ignition. I cannot use the oven. I haven't figured out how to use the oven, but all I do when the power is out to use my stove is just use a lighter. I just turn the stove on and then use one of those long handled lighters for my stove, and it works fine. Because mine has that electric ignition too. Yep. Turn the gas on, use the lighter. Yeah, a barbecue lighter. Um, we still don't have all our fence put back because after Sally, lumber got so high priced that Jeff just didn't put it all back. It's, you know, blind board, and but the neighbors can't see because of all of the trees that they've got in their backyard, so it's not a big deal. But we had to have a tree company come in and take a bunch of trees down too because there were places where Jeff couldn't take them out. Yeah, and the oven, I don't even try with my oven. I, you know, for the amount of time that that's going to be out. Now I have an oven in the camper too, but I just usually don't because usually with the power out and it's hot right now, without the air conditioner, um, that's another reason why he wanted to make sure the generator on the camper works because if we have to sleep with it as hot as it is, the camper generator will let us use the air conditioner. I can go all day, but I can't sleep if it's that hot. So, okay, let's figure out what we're going to do with this now. Roof, a fence, a new screen on the pool. Yep. Yeah, and we have a grill too, normally, but and we also have camp stoves, that kind of thing. Because used to be we weren't as, you know, prepared. Uh, we didn't have what we have now. I mean, it's taken us years to learn to make sure we have everything that we need. Um, kind of thing. Canada shores are, yes, Canada. There, it's being that. What is that, Fiona or something like that? They're being dumped on. You know what, Dana? Somebody just gave Jeffrey a tiny window unit, and uh, we could probably do that too because he said it works just fine. He went and picked up some metal roofing for my greenhouse. She wanted it out of her yard, and um, he said, well, he would come and get it. And while he was there, she said, will you take this air conditioner and get rid of it too? And he said, yeah. She said, I think it works. And he plugged it in, and sure enough, it works just fine. So he's got a little window unit we could put in. That would be an idea. Because it's been hot here. It was 92 yesterday, I think. Oh dear, I hadn't heard that, Janice. Oh, that's well, I know the waves and things were taking down houses. I saw that on the news the other day. I think this needs some dragonflies on it. Oh, I'm sure it's at least that here today, Dana. It was like 92 yesterday. I think this needs some dragonflies on it, so I'm gonna find the dragonflies and try it out and see what I can do. Because, I just think it does. I think it needs some dragonflies. Little dragonflies, not big dragonflies, little dragonflies. Jen says, of course it needs dragonflies. Okay. You know what? But they have to peek. We're not going to have whole dragonflies because I'm going to make them peek out of the thing. Let's see here. Like, okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's right. Lurking a bit and work, but still here. And then there's the yard furniture and stuff like that. I was telling everybody earlier, we don't have to put up shutters. A lot of people here have storm shutters, and we don't have to deal with that because when I got new windows for the house, I put in what's called Dade County rated, and that's because Dade County is down on the Florida coast where they've had, I think Andrew hit them and just nearly destroyed Dade County. So now, if it's rated for Dade County, it's like the highest, hardest to break window that there is. I know where the burner is. You could try turning it on very low, and it's a long handle flame lighter. Yep. So, okay, let's see here. I think we need. Thanks, Janet. Oops, I got that a little too far over. Don't like that. Don't like that. Oops, oops, oops. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put it. Okay. Fixed it. There we go. That's okay. Camp gas oven. I'm pretty sure, but there's also such a thing as a solar oven. I kind of want one, but you know, they're pricey. They work really well, but you know, they are kind of pricey. That didn't work so well either. Shoot. We're just gonna make it up. We'll just pretend that dragonfly is just fine in there. There we go. And yes, you have to have. And Jeff is. We already have propane. I have propane for my bead torch, and I have propane. We have propane in the camper and stuff like that. I'm not sure whether I want any more on there, so we're gonna wait and see. Right now, that's making me happy. Well, Julie, we're really working to. I don't usually. Yeah, Jeff will put the barbecue and all those things. He'll put those in the garage, or in the shed, one of the two, and so that they're not outside during the hurricane. This is for after, um, you know, because if it's during the hurricane, you know, it's hard telling what we're doing or where we're at or any of those things. So, okay, we got to get some white on this page because all this black is making me kind of freak out. So, but we have many times gotten the grill out after and grilled meat. And that's another thing is that, you know, if your freezer starts to not be frozen, you just cook it. That's what I had to do when my freezer went out here recently. We had lots of leftovers. Um, so this is another thing is that these white Uniballs will go over this Posca pins really well. Um, I use these Uniballs quite a bit. And you know, it might have been fun to put some gold on this one. Why didn't I think about that? Because I never do. I didn't hear him take the truck out though, and that was what's really interesting. Maybe he decided it had more fuel in it than he thought. Um, Those solar ovens are really nice too, though, but they don't work when during a hurricane. It would be after, when we don't have any power. When we lived in South Dakota, I had an electric stove and, you know, gas heat, but you have to make a furnace work. You have to have electricity. It was a good thing I had wood stoves because we were without power for, I think, 14 days. We had an ice storm. I'll tell you what, they ate a lot of soups and stews and everything else because I could cook it. The Jelly Roll white pen, I don't know. This is my favorite, you know, and I've had others, but this one just is. Yes, Julie, you can. I actually have, they're called Dutch ovens. I actually have 2 or 3 of them. I use them in the and when we camp. You can cook darn near anything in them. And when we were in South Dakota and didn't have any power, I put, because they're heavy, because they're cast iron, you can sit them on top of a wood stove, and as long as you keep them covered and with enough liquid in them, they won't burn. But yeah, you can bake biscuits in a what did I just say that thing was? A Dutch oven. You can bake biscuits in a Dutch oven. Oh, these work a lot longer than a couple of uses. It's just if I haven't used them in a while, they dry up. I just try to make sure to not open a new one until I'm forced to, and I usually keep 2 because every once in a while one will get, like this one, it's getting gooey on the end. Yep, you can bake all kinds of things in a Dutch oven. Now my Dutch ovens are not the kind I would really like for camping. The Dutch oven that you use in camping, this is the bottom part and this is the top part. Well, that mine just has a little handle, right? It's this little flat place. But the ones that the guys use over the fire have a rim around them, like that's about an inch deep, and you can pile coal on top of the oven and it'll stay there. And they make some beautiful, beautiful cast iron Dutch ovens, but we don't cook over the fire enough for me to go buy one of those. It's just, you know. You can't make that Uniball one work. Um, it is one of those things that likes to be held straighter. But then the Posca pins do too, and that is I guess something I do because when Lori was here and we talked about rapidograph pins, they are a technical pin, rapidograph pin, whatever you want to call them. You use them in drafting and architectural drawing, stuff like that a lot. And they have a super fine point that is straight and flat on the bottom. So if you don't use them pretty much straight up, they don't work. So because it's about drawing very intricate things. So if you tip a pencil or a pen sideways, your line is not the same as if you held it straight up. And I guess I've always done it that way because of that. So it's just one of those things I'm kind of used to, I guess. So maybe that is why these are But these make me happier. Although this one is spitting up. It's just being ornery. And I'm having to clean goo off the side of it today. So much different on this side than this side. Just because of all the white. Oh, yes. I am liking this. Way better than I liked it yesterday. Uh-huh. You guys got quiet. Tea Fairy came in. He must be done with his chores for today. Oh, you did. Barbara put her I know so many useful things. I'm not sure that's true, Andrea, but I try. Okay, have fun, Barbara. I'll look at it later. I haven't even had to. Same Six Wednesday was last Wednesday, guys, and I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I also Saturday was Fourth Art Saturday video hops. Both of those are video hops, and I haven't had a chance to look at either one of them. So now, once in a while, where I want to make my dot is too tiny for that pen. So this one works real well too. This Pilot G2. I don't use this one near as much because it's so tiny. But once in a while, the spot is just too tiny for that other pen. And then these work. I like these. Of course, I like these as just a writing pen. Of course, I used a really fine one. This was an 05. That's what I like to write with. And these are 07s. And these actually come in a lot of different colors. Yes. See me Thursday if the storm doesn't knock me out. But both what I have watched of the two hops, they were very interesting. I have not had a chance to watch either hop real well. I had kind of a bad headache Thursday. We were talking about my shoulder. My shoulder is making my shoulder's hurting, it makes my neck tight. And when my neck gets tight, then I get a headache. And so Thursday, there was no way I could come on and do anything. I just couldn't even think. But have fun, Barbara. Can you even see those dots? Not really. See how I'm putting them on there? I'll turn the focus on better in a little bit and bring you down where you can see. I was putting really tiny little dots all the way around those circles. There, you can see them better now. I'll leave it like that. It's a little closer, so I have to be careful not to get off camera, but this is one of those pages that's going to take a while. The doodles will take a long time. But I really kind of like these dragonflies flying in there. Hi, Riri. I don't know if I said hello to you earlier. Jeff, honey? Yeah, are you going to sit down? Huh? Are you sitting down? No, I'm going to shower. Okay, well, before you do, would you want to give me tea? Thank you, hon. I appreciate it very much. Careful, don't break your neck. I made a mess. Did you hear him snort at me? Oh, did you hear what he just said? He said, how could I tell I made a mess? Okay, I got to have different glasses, too. That's another part of my problem here. He says, how could I tell that I made a mess? Uh-huh. Because before I could find the floor. Now I can't find the floor. I will have to clean it up, though, because Mom's books are all buried in it. He loves me, though, or he wouldn't take me to the library book sale and carry them all in and carry them all out. Well, this much I know. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it greatly. Yeah, they are, Andrea. They're very, very tiny. But it really makes a difference in what it looks like. Let me. It totally changes what the circles look like when you put those dots on there. Bye, Janet. Welcome, welcome. So glad you came. So it changes it completely. Well, I'm not sure you can see it as well on camera as you can for me, but it really makes a difference. It takes forever, but now if I was good at doing stuff like this in front of the TV or something, that would be a good thing to do in front of the TV. I don't watch TV like that. I just don't watch much television. If I'm watching something, it's usually a movie, and I don't do things when we're watching a movie. I might fussy cut something when I'm watching videos, or watching a live stream or something like that. And I might doodle while I was watching videos, but not if I'm watching a movie, and I really don't watch much television other than to watch a movie. Okay, Nettie, bye-bye. Tell Santa hi. I will, Nettie. Um, I have to get busy on Santa's new suit. I've kind of neglected it this last week or so. For one, that fur is going to be so hot to even work with, so I've kind of. And I have to go back to the dentist this week, and we'll see what the storm's going to do, how much that's going to impact what gets done. Jeff has pretty much got us ready. There's things we have to move around if the storm's actually going to be bad. Unless he's already done it. He may have already put the yard furniture away because we probably won't use it for the next few days anyways. I'll have to find out this afternoon if there's anything he needs me to do. I craft and half watch TV with your hubby. Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. Okay, bye, Linda. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm not going to stay on a terrible lot longer, just a few more minutes. I want to finish these. Oh, I may have to finish those. We'll see. It depends because I'm starting to get achy sitting here, so. Julie, I keep them in a drawer just like this, so they're laying down. I keep all of my markers and pens, everything that I draw with, I keep laid down. My fountain pens, I keep laid down. I keep everything. I have different ways to keep things laid down, but everything I keep is laid down. So, well, let me get my other thing and I'll show it to you. Let me see if I can get out of here. I'll be right back. Horizontal, yes. I keep everything horizontal. My watercolor markers, everything I keep horizontal. Oh, just a minute. Oh, I should have stood up before that. Now I'll show you one of my DIY ways to keep things. I even keep my pencils horizontal because the rest of these things are horizontal. These are okay. Oh, this is chocolate covered raisins, but a lot of times they come nuts come in these. They have another lip, and then there's a big screw lid. It's we get nuts in them. Somewhere along the line, we obviously got chocolate covered raisins in them. What else comes in them? Oh, somewhere along the line, I got one that had little pretzels with peanut butter in it. Okay. Well, these are okay. Bye, Lisa. Except the gel pens developed air bubbles when you lay them down. Well, see, and I don't have a lot of gel pens, so that might be part of. I don't know that that's a pencil. But anyways, I cut them off, and then I take a lighter and melt that. But then they lay down just like that. So they're actually horizontal, and I have one on my desk. I had at one time I had these stacked where I had three of them stuck together, and that's what was over here on my work table. But I got this other thing with the drawers in it when I moved mom out of her house. It was in the office. She wasn't never using it, but I didn't take it until we moved her, and it works nicer because it's got drawers. But anything that doesn't roll, you can lay down, and that way I can stack them, different places if I need to. And I have one on my desk like that, and then I have a couple on top of something. That's one of my extra things that's got just odds and ends in it. So and those nut containers work really well for that. And we go through a fair amount of nuts, especially when we're traveling, because they make for good snackies and that aren't so bad for you. Remember, we discussed the PVC fencing cut into boxes for stacking for pens. Yes, and when I get a chance, I promise to try to show that better. I just have not had a chance this week. I thought I would try to go to the hardware store and actually take some pictures of that PVC fencing. But you could put that PVC fencing, but that's something you have to go buy. These containers are something I'm recycling. Now here's the thing: if you knew anybody that had a fencing company, they might have scrap uh, of the fence. But yeah, that PVC fencing works real well to keep things buckled in. Thanks, Janice. Um, Dang, I'm really, really liking this. It's really looking kind of cool. I'm going to finish these two circles, and then I'm going to stop for the day, though, because I'm getting tired. Like I said, we got up early to go to a couple of estate sales yesterday. I couldn't believe that we went to that many estate sales and that many garage sales, and I didn't buy a thing. I didn't find a thing worth buying at all. One of the reasons we went out at all was because I have a really good friend who used to have a bead store, and I used to do trunk shows for her with my beads in her bead store. And Friday night, we went to a concert in the park over in Milton, and her significant other is the sound tech, and he was there. Took me 45 minutes to remember what his name was, but I did finally. Anyways, I asked if she was there, and he said no, but she was doing this bead show thing at a quilt store Saturday, and so I contacted her just so I could go see her. I haven't seen her in more than 2 years. So we went out to do the yard sale kind of thing, and then went over to see her. So we've been going a long time. No wonder you're tired. Thanks, Sue. I usually get off around between 4 and 4:30. Um, I should have gotten up more times today though, because when I just got up to get that pencil box, it was like, oh, I'm not sure I could get up. That sometimes happens. I hope you guys enjoyed the books I got. I thought I got some pretty cool stuff. Now is just getting the time to use it. That's and it's not about getting the time, it's about making the time. But I also have to keep mom happy. All right, I am really happy with this. Really, really. It's better than it was, Sue. Thanks. I it was getting better. The what do you call it? The chiropractor had gotten it to where it felt a lot better, and it was still sore and it's still bad. And I'm not sleeping because, like Barbara and I were talking about, I sleep on my right side, so it messes with my right shoulder. And so I'm trying to sleep on the wrong side, that kind of thing. So it's messing with my sleep. But we had gotten it better. And then I went to get in the Jeep one day when it was raining and grabbed with both hands and used it, pulled, and it's above my head. And I pulled it, and it was bad for a while. So I went and um, I talked to the doctor, and gave me a shot, couple of shots. Toradol, I think, is one, and the other one was a steroid. And it has been way better since because I couldn't even move my arm for a couple of weeks. So it's way better. It's just that it gets sore, and I reach for something like I did for the books today, or I turned around and put those books down. It was heavy, and it catches and stuff. So, and I've got next month I have a orthopedic guy I'm going to go see what happens. So, anyways, I'm going to go. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And unless we don't have power, I should see you Thursday at 1:30. Now remember, it's at 1:30. It'll my shoulder just had a cortisone shot in the right. Yeah. Um, and that may be what they do. It'll do all on what they have to do to it, and it's better. It's way better. I can move it, I can use it. I just have to be really careful and not push it above my head. I can't reach up, that kind of thing. So, bye guys, though. I love y'all, and I'm so glad you were here to share the time with me. Everybody be careful this week. Dana's going to get hit earlier in the week if it hits her. So you guys keep your prayers out for everybody in Florida because they may get hit way worse than we do. And I know Linda's getting bad weather up there. So everybody be careful and have a wonderful week. See you Thursday. Bye.